Well, howdy there, Internet people. It's Bo again. So, today we're going to talk about clarifying the president, because the president took to Twitter to provide Americans with accurate information about how their government functions, and it needs to be clarified because he was wrong. Look, I understand it's trying times, okay? And I understand you're looking for information. When the president began speaking or tweeting about how the government itself functions, basic civics, just operate under the assumption that he's wrong. Operate under the assumption that whatever he says, the exact opposite is true. If you do that, you'll be safe, because he does not understand the basic concepts of the Constitution, the basic concepts of our government. He really doesn't. Okay, so what did he tweet in his first tweet, because he took up two to be this wrong? He said, for the purpose of creating conflict and confusion, some in the fake news media are saying that it is the governor's decision to open up the states, not that of the President of the United States and the federal government. Let it be fully understood that this is incorrect. No, it's not. Okay, second tweet. It is the decision of the President, and for many good reasons. With that being said, the administration and I are working closely with the governors, and this will continue. A decision by me, in conjunction with the governors and input from others, will be made shortly. Okay. No, that's not how this works. It's not how any of this works. That's not how the United States works. It's not how it's ever worked. The president can remove any federal guidance, any federal orders that he has enacted, without consulting anybody. He has that authority. However, if tomorrow the president says stay-at-home orders are gone, they don't exist anymore, and the governor of New York says, yeah, they do. They exist in New York. We have a federal system. That's how it works. To take it a step further, to truly undermine his self-importance and to demonstrate how little authority he actually has in this, if the president says it doesn't exist, and my county commission in my small little county where I live says that there's a stay-at-home order, there is in this county. When it comes to this, your local county commission or your local mayor, your local city council has more authority than the president. That's how this works. This entire diatribe is, well, to use his words, let it be fully understood that this is incorrect. I know it's easy to pick on Trump with his limited understanding of the subject matter at hand and his limited understanding of how the government functions. But this is a worry for me, because I want to get people's mind around the fact that there is not going to be a reopen from sea to shining sea. That's not going to happen. That's not in the cards. The economy's not going to come back with a bang. Even once there is widespread return to normalcy, there are still going to be areas that are under stay-at-home order, and it's going to be rolling. It's going to change locations. The idea behind the stay-at-home orders was to make sure that we could flatten the curve, okay, that we didn't overwhelm the medical infrastructure. That was the whole point. Once we get it to where we're below that, and we can keep the spread below that level, then it's okay to return to normal, kind of. Now, if you're at risk, you still need to take a whole lot of precautions. The stay-at-home order may be gone, but social distancing should certainly still remain in effect. And then what's going to happen is, let's say, for example, Tupelo, pick a city, doesn't matter, they reopen on this limited basis. And then it starts to get out of control there. And it can, once again, overwhelm the medical infrastructure. That curve starts to climb. They go back to a stay-at-home order. That's how this is going to work. There's not going to be this grand, overwhelming victory where we all just march out into the streets and hold a parade. That's proven to be a really bad idea historically when you're dealing with something like this. See Philadelphia. We need to wrap our minds around that. We need to get ready for a long haul. This is probably going to last a year and a half, maybe, until there's a vaccine, or at least until there's a really solid treatment. There are a couple of treatments out there that are showing real promise, not the one the president keeps touting. But we'll get there and understand we have, in many areas, successfully flattened the curve. So you can start to expect to see a little bit of a return to normal, but social distancing is still going to be in effect. You should still wear a mask. You should still wash your hands and not touch your face. You should still keep your trips to a minimum. You're not just protecting yourself, you're protecting others. Anyway, it's just a thought. Y'all have a good day.